Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz, and today we're going to be trying to get some games here in the Panzer 38H and just seeing what happens in the current meta of the build of the game with our relic of the past, the Micro Mouse. I have been noticing that there's not actually been many games happening at low tiers, and when there are, they're always tier 3s. Which means we're probably not going to be getting into a game for a while, and it will be tier 3, which will not help our cause at all. But you will join me back when we are finally in a game, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Oh, after the best part of about 10 minutes, we're finally in a game, and I'm not joking on that. At about 6.5 minutes, I unqueued, went back in, waited for 2 minutes, and came back in here for another about a minute until I got this match. So, thankfully, we have entered a tier 2 game. Unfortunately, that tier 2 game is on Normandy, which is not quite my favourite map, but here we can see the so-called speed of this tank, which is terrible. Off goes the Vickers over there, here comes the rest of the team. I am of course coming over this direction. Now, tier 2 does give us the best chance of actually achieving something with this well, vehicle. I'm probably not going to pop up over there, even though we do have 10 degrees of gun depression. That's just not as good as some of the other tanks might be facing, so I think I might actually head around the side here. Now, the only issue with coming around the side here is that 81, which I'm not sure where he is, and I don't like the fact that I don't know where he is. Hopefully he's not over there in one of those bushes, because that would be kind of annoying. But here we go, we can get a nice shot on that Panzer. He's not looking at me, which is very handy. Another nice shot into him, and we'll get a different shot into that guy. Maybe we shouldn't have done, we should have focused on this Panzer. Okay, let's continue focusing on him. Only destroy the tank. As you can see, these guys, even though they are only tier 2, are still causing us somewhat of a problem for penetration. There goes that guy though. At least we are able to get some good side shots on these guys. That's an 82 round if I ever heard one, hitting me there for 92 damage. That was the shot for the VAE. Let's get over here then. And let's go for this other Panzer. There's that gun depression coming into a problem there. There we go. Luckily we are able to bounce the tier 1, but I would hope so, because we are tier 2, and a French tank at tier 2 in that regard. There's a nice lower glacier shot there, get another front shot into him, and of course it bounces, which is not brilliant. There's a nice shot into his turret. Unfortunately he is out of there, and I cannot get him. And yeah, we definitely cannot get him, which is kind of problematic. He's over there somewhere. Okay, let's see who else we've got. We've got this VAE. Nice side shot into him there. He's dead. Good. There goes the Panzer. Okay. Good. That 82 is still over here though, so I might... Oh, never mind. Yep, there he is. We're going to back up here so that we can shoot this VAE. There you go. Nice shot into him. One more shot and we'll have him. Unfortunately, yep, he's dead. Okay, just the 82 left then. He's over here. Yep, there he is. Managed to put a nice shot on the move on him. And where's he gone? He's dropped down. We can survive 2, maybe 3 shots. I think 3 shots, which is fine because the rest of the team is coming over here. And yeah, we'll just tank the shots from him really. While he's looking at us, the rest of the team is coming for him. Get a nice shot into him there. He's not going to have the gun depression to reach us. We also don't have the gun elevation to reach him unless he does that. Let's go for the ram kill. Right, somebody else got him before I could reload, but that was a pretty successful game. I'm not going to lie. See what we got there. Hopefully that's an ace tanker. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I doubt there's particularly many people playing this tank. Never mind, there is quite a lot of people playing this tank. That's a second-class mastery. We did get Confederate for blocking various amounts of shots, which is nice. So yeah, we did manage to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did manage to damage all 7 tanks actually, which is kind of nice. There's our XP and credits earned. And where are we on the team? We are, of course, top of the team in terms of XP and damage dealt, which is very, very nice. Thank you, American Containers. No thank you, I'll pass on this one. Okay, let's try one more game, because I don't particularly want to sit here for half an hour to try and get 3 games into Panzer. So we'll get one more game here and see how it goes. Okay, managed to get into another Tier 2 game, which is very lucky. We're also on mines, which is also kind of nice. Yeah, didn't take quite as long this time. Only about 4.5, 5 minutes to get into a Tier 2 game, which is not brilliant, but that's the state of trying to get into low tier games here in World of Tanks Blitz, unfortunately, at the moment. Yeah, everyone's going hill, which is also where we're going to go. As you can see, we're pretty slow to get to the hill, but apparently so is the enemy team, who's not coming to the hill, which is concerning. There's the cruiser, there's the MS-1, there's the T-26. What have they got? They don't have any tank destroyers, which means nobody's going to be, hopefully, in any sort of sniping tank destroyer spots. Got our T-7 combat car. We're just so slow to get over here. There's the M2 Light doing its thing. There's plenty of tanks to shoot at, which is nice. Let's go for this T-26 since it's over there. Oh, good, that one bounced off him. Lovely. There you go, that one hit him. Unfortunately, there are actually some people in bushes over there. So I got shot. I did also get shot for 53 by somebody, possibly that cruiser. Also could have been that Chini. Yeah, okay, it's that Chini, I think, that's hitting me then. Somebody's hitting me with a machine gun over there. Somewhat disconcerting. Okay, well, I think we hit someone, but not that. Yeah, there's that cruiser. Okay, 10, 20, possibly a Panzer. Thank you, gun depression. Thank you, cruiser. Ping, ping. Yeah. It can't be a Panzer. It might be the M2 Light. So MS. We are actually bouncing decent amounts of shots over here. The MS-1. Okay, let's go for that cruiser. Yeah, unfortunate. Only 51. And yeah, we are bouncing shots on our side, which means I'm not overly worried. I think it's that. I think it's the LT or the T2 rather. There goes that cruiser. Good. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you. There's the triple shots. Unfortunately, don't have any shots on that guy. Ping, ping. Yeah, there he is. The M2 Light. Knew it. Come here. Come here, friendo. You've been giving me some nice ribbons for blocking, which is. But yeah, we're going to go for you now. Unfortunately, he is going for our MS-1. He is moving away from me. I am too slow to get to him. Come on. He's the last guy. That one missed. And he's dead before I can reload. Yeah, unfortunate. But we did manage to kill the cruiser, which is a bonus. We're one of 3 people to get a kill, which is yeah, nice. No Top Gun for us though, that's probably what, another 2nd class mastery, maybe a 3rd. 3rd class, okay. But we did get Scout, we got Cool Headed, Confederate, and yes, somehow Patrol Duty, that's the one we got. Strange. Yeah, but you know, we managed to spot or damage every enemy tank here, which is nice. There's our credits and XP, and we were 3rd on the team in terms of damage dealt and XP earned, which is not too bad. I already have this tank, so don't give me that. So yeah, we had some pretty decent games at Tier 2. Unfortunately, it did take me the best part of about 15 minutes to get into those 2 games, which is not brilliant. But yeah, did manage to get some kills. We managed to bounce some shots. Luckily, didn't get any into any Tier 3 games, nor did we get rolled in either of those 2 games, which is nice. But yeah, that is the Micro Mouse. 2 decent games in this thing at Tier 2, which is very nice. And yeah, we did not too bad. The gun and the tank behaved decently this time around. So yeah, I will thank you all for watching, and goodbye.